This is just a really beautiful light right now. Look at that. We just need a flock of birds to fly by, so we're gonna hope. Sometimes when I come back from Alaska to Florida, I wonder, what on earth am I going to photograph now? I've been photographing here in Florida for so long that it all seems a little humdrum, a little, a little boring and same old. Out in Alaska, I've been photographing bears and seals and eagles, and it's also new, and the landscape is so majestic and everything is so different. So I got home and I decided to go out to one of my favorite places, which is Fort DeSoto. And Fort DeSoto is a county park that I've been going to for as long as I can remember. And it's a beautiful place and it's known for birds. And so I went out and to see what I was going to get. And boy, was I happily surprised. So lately I've been working on my slow motion videography, and I've photographed these birds at Fort DeSoto for a very long time, but videotaping them and trying to capture this beautiful movement in slow motion has really just created a whole new realm of enjoyment and challenge for me. So if you're new to my channel, my name's Lisa Malecki and I'm a travel nurse and a photographer. And I started my channel recently to share some of my photography and videography and talk some about the travel nursing and some of my travel nursing adventures. And I hope you enjoy. I also want to add that all bird identifications are subject to corrections, and I appreciate any corrections that you might add. Also, I am a photographer and not a birder, and there is actually a difference. I try to create beautiful images and video, and I love birds, but I am not a birder. So I asked ChatGPT to help me to differentiate the two, and ChatGPT says a photographer is focused on creating images of birds, as I said, and a birder, on the other hand, is focused on observing and identifying birds. Their main goal is usually to spot, listen for, and identify as many species as possible, and they usually keep lists, track identification patterns, and get excited about rare sightings. And photography might be secondary, and of course there is some overlap, and I like to think I live somewhere in that in between. This was such a beautiful evening to come out to Fort DeSoto. The light was perfect and the tide was low, and there were a ton of shorebirds doing their shorebird thing. And when you go out and you get this footage in slow motion, you really get to appreciate how beautiful these birds are and all the little movements that they make, and the movement of the water. It's just so peaceful and so relaxing. And then the skimmers started doing their thing, and that became my new challenge, trying to capture that.
There's my buddy Jeff, fellow photographer, battling the bugs with me out here today. So I'm trying to get ahead of this snowy egret.
I was sitting in just a perfect position to watch this great blue heron come in. Until he came in just almost a little bit too close and almost couldn't fit in the frame. These white ibis were a bit far away, so it wasn't until I downloaded and reviewed these images that I realized that they had found a whole slew of crabs to feast on.
We just need a flock of birds to fly by, so we're gonna hope.
Lately, my monkey mind is turning over. All the times that knock me off my swing, the break and the chain link. Lately, I'm trying to find some kind of closure. Spinning circles at the roller.